Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 28th, and it's spring. Spring is here, everyone's out of school, and I hope everyone's enjoying it, and they should get out to the beach today. Protesters and elected officials come face-to-face in a heated debate over immigration. The San Diego Gulls are playoff-bound as they're competing for the coveted Calder Cup. A pedestrian bike lane spanning across the Coronado Bridge could really cost San Diegans. A big day for President Trump's plans to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexican border. Today is the deadline for companies to submit their prototype designs for the wall. A shoplifter makes a daring getaway despite one woman's best attempt to stop him, and the whole incident is captured on camera. Unfortunately for Escondido, they weren't able to capitalize off of their momentum coming off the win against San Pasqual. Take a look at this. The California Highway Patrol is looking for a man who is caught on camera car surfing here in Southern California. And I'm here in Escondido, where we're expecting rain. Now, Fallbrook has not won a game so far. As the Dawn showed tonight, Cathedral Catholic obviously wants to be in the playoffs. California Governor Jerry Brown is proposing a tax increase on gas to pay to fix California's roads, freeways, and bridges. Local students say they're feeling the heat. Up next, what they have to say about recent executive orders. And it's a cute case of mistaken identity when a young girl meets a water heater. All that and more coming up on CW6 News San Diego. Cardistry, the art of card cutting and shuffling, and magic are often thought to be one and the same.
The only similarity I believe that cardistry has is that one, it uses playing cards, which magicians use. It looks magical, even though it's not magical related. It's more of an art.
After the games, it was time to head backstage to meet up with Miss Vixen to ask her thoughts on the first TwitchCon.
Well, I absolutely love it. It's freaking amazing. It's nice to be able to actually meet the people that are in your chat. So like your moderators and just pretty much to see the developers that hook you up and the games that you play on a daily basis. So it's surreal to be able to actually spend time with the people and have a beer with them. So it's amazing.
9 months after a referendum for Britain to leave the European Union was passed by voters, Brexit has officially begun. The headlines of most newspapers are reacting to Britain's decision to divorce itself from the EU. UK Prime Minister Theresa May has signed Article 50, the legislation that gives formal notice that Britain will start the process of leaving. The letters with May's signature was delivered to the EU headquarters in Brussels this morning. Britain will have 2 years to negotiate the terms of this long-awaited divorce, meaning it will leave the EU by April 2019. Britain will have to decide whether to remain in the EU's single market. The British government has pledged that it is prepared to give up this crucial trade access as it tries to lower immigration. Meanwhile, members of Scottish Parliament are eyeing an exit from the UK. Scottish lawmakers have voted in favor of holding another referendum on Scotland's independence. The vote is coming under fire from critics in Parliament and beyond. They maintain Scotland has to stick with the UK through the whole 2-year process of the Brexit before it should consider any changes. However, some Scottish lawmakers want to hold a referendum in 2018. In a similar vote in 2014, 55% of Scottish voters voted against leaving the UK. Hello and welcome back to Prep Sports Live Behind the Scenes. My name is Jonah Price and we're here at Jack Ashby Field where the Grizzlies are taking on the Escondido Cougars. Now, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at all those unsung heroes that help make a high school game run. On the field, it's all about Mission Hills star quarterback Connor Wynn, but the crowd wants to know who's doing what, and that's where Dave Clark comes in. And I had the chance to ask him how he became the announcer for the Mission Hills Grizzlies.
I started at San Marcos High School when my older kids were going there, and I announced some football games and ended up doing some basketball games as well. And then when Mission Hills was getting ready to open, they asked me if I would be interested in coming over here and announcing over here. Since my younger son was at some point going to go here, I said absolutely.
Every game needs entertainment, and Raquel English knows all about it and gives us the inside scoop on what the challenges are working with a dance team.
When is there not a challenge when dealing with high school girls? They can be a little difficult at times, but honestly they're a great group of girls, so the challenges are very minimum. Watching them perform during half times and pep rallies, it's just like, because that's what we work for so hard during practices, that finally getting to see them perform and have so much fun is like the greatest pride ever.
Cheer has always been a big part of football, and Tatum tells us what the responsibilities are for a captain.
It takes a lot of time and effort. We definitely have weekends
where me and the other co-captains are sitting together and just pumping out maybe 1 to 2 routines a whole weekend. It just takes a lot of effort and determination to make sure everything's perfect. It depends. If they're pretty long and we want it to be extra special, like our homecoming routine, it took us about probably like maybe 2 or 3 days to make sure we had everything choreographed and timed right. For your average everyday game, maybe just like a day or so.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Prep Sports Live Behind the Scenes. My name is Jonah Price. Don't forget to stay tuned on Tuesday night, 6 p.m., where we have all your highlights. All stars have to start somewhere, and they start here on Prep Sports Live, your home for high school sports.